right, we got Michael Malisco from Chicago.
What up?
So, Michael came here from Chicago to come to Reamplify 2.0, right?
That's right.
And we just ended our event a day ago. So, wanted to see your feedback on what do you think about the event that we threw?
I honestly thought it was an amazing event. I think it was well orchestrated. It was really well put together. I think you guys had some amazing speakers. I think a lot of people took away a lot of little nuggets from each speaker. And I would highly recommend it for a beginner, a novice, even an expert. I think anybody can learn a little more, even though they think they know everything. I think you can still learn a lot more if you come to this event.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I know we've had a lot of good feedback from a lot of people. And especially coming from people that's been, it's outside of California. I mean, it's, downtown LA. The view was amazing. The speakers were right. The people through in the event were just super excited, had a lot of energy. And we had a great party afterwards too. So that's a really good sign of a successful event.
Definitely.
So tell us a little bit more about your background, Michael, just because I know we've known each other for, a few months now from Sub 2. Wanted to see, how the viewers can kind of get to know you, how to find you. So let's maybe start with what do you do for a living in the real estate industry?
Yeah, so I'm actually a licensed mortgage broker. I own a company called Key City Lending. I've been running it for 6 years. We focus on, typically right now, we focus on reverse mortgages, which is a very niche industry. It's for individuals that are over the age of 62 that want to tap into their home equity and not have a burden of mortgage payments. So that's what my company specializes in. And we also do purchase and refinance. However, we're not too much into that. Our main priority and our focus is reverse mortgages. So that's my first business.
And I know you're a part of Sub 2, yeah? Because we're both in Pace Morby's group.
Shout out Pace Morby.
Yes, thank you, Pace Morby. You're so awesome. So I've met so many great individuals, entrepreneurs, especially people in the real estate, from the Sub 2 community. And I feel like, we've learned so much. And I know you're transitioning to, picking up properties, with Sub 2. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing now with Sub 2 and, how it's just creating more incomes, for your family?
Yeah, definitely. So do you want me to kind of tell you the story of how I got started and the trigger that brought me into wholesale?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a little bit personal here, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, so all of you guys know at the end of last year, the feds raised the interest rates, right? And one day they just decided to really increase that benchmark. And what we were doing, our strategy at that time was working very well. But when they raised the interest rates, we ended up losing probably about, I would say, 50% of our business overnight.
Wow.
Yeah, just because of the increase in the rates and how it affected the reverse mortgage industry overall.
So it did affect the reverse mortgage industry.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, it affected it to the point that, layoffs were very common right away. People were losing their jobs left and right, working at companies for 20, 30 years, being let go, the next day. With us, it was a slow process, but we started to see that our strategy will no longer be working, especially with the next rate hike and the following rate hikes. So I had to, unfortunately, let go a lot of people before Christmas, which was really saddening, and it was something that I don't wish anybody has to go through. And then slowly but surely, I had to let go more people because there was just no more business coming in. And so at that time, while going through all of this, I got called by the state of Illinois to get audited. Okay, and then also I got a demand letter from an attorney that I was getting sued by a former employee. And so all of this just started trickling down. And at the same time, I'm bleeding money from my company because I still have all these expenses. I had health insurance and everything for the employees. You know, we had a nice, stable company. I ended up having a mental breakdown. So,
How did you overcome that mental breakdown? I know it's super tough for a lot of people going through so much stress and, problems. And I know us entrepreneurs, we just got to go through it, right? Just got to move forward, think positive, right?
Mhm.
Solve that problem.
Yeah, it was a struggle. If anybody ever had a mental breakdown, it's a feeling that you've never felt before. It's almost like an entity takes over your body and you no longer can control your own emotions, your own mind, nothing. It's like you're just a vessel, a blank vessel. And I ended up going to the doctor, got some pills, for depression, for the mental breakdown, and that was a blessing for a little bit, but I had a lot of support from my partner that I've been with for a long time, and my wife, Justina. She was with me throughout the whole entire time.
And you have a baby too, yeah?
Yeah, I have a little boy. So, that's my why, right?
Yeah.
That's my why.
That keeps you going up, waking up. Yeah. Stay positive.
Definitely. But when she kept on putting into perspective about, hey, it's really not that bad, like it's not that bad. Like we just got to restructure. Like we got to find, what we can do. Like what licenses you got to let go. Like, what people you have to let go, what expenses you have to decrease. And then, it was slowly but surely we were okay, but there was really no business coming in. So to answer your question, how did I get into, sub two and wholesale? So, I started watching videos.
I mean, that's the amazing part about, having problems and trying to find solution and keep moving forward is when you're looking for it, you tend to find the answer.
Right.
But if you don't look for it, you kind of walk away from it and almost like setting the problem aside. That's when you get lost. And I'm glad you did that because that shows tenacity and creativity with your business. So, I'm sure a lot of people that's, listening to this will get inspired to your story. And I'm sure as well that a lot of people went through the same thing that you went through and eventually found Sub 2. So now tell us what Sub 2 is, because I keep talking about this, and some people still don't know what a Sub 2 is or creative financing. And what did Sub 2 do to you and your family to make a really impact to your business?
Yeah, definitely. So just to kind of go back about the whole watching videos, right?
Yeah.
So I started because I knew about wholesaling for a while, right? Because you hear it on TikTok, you hear it.
Is it legal?
Is it legal?
You have to be an agent too.
Yeah. You hear it on Instagram and you're like, man, what is this? What is this? And me being in the mortgage industry for such a long time, I'm providing these mortgage services, but I really even though you're in mortgages, you don't know the business. Like there's so much more to.
You think you know?
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know, right? What we like to say. So I started watching videos and I landed on Pace Morby. Shout out to Pace Morby.
So I bet you if you search creative financing or Sub 2, Pace Morby got like thousands of videos. The first 1,000 links or videos is probably definitely Pace Morby.
Yeah. So it was crazy. I literally entrenched myself just watching his videos every single day. And even